now I've kind of laid in the basic framework for my painting pretty quickly. You saw how quickly I painted all that. Now I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm just going to clean my brush off a bit. And then I'm going to set my brush aside. And I'm going to go back into this with my paper towel and just look around at the spots that I want to sort of mentally note and make sure I understand kind of what I'm looking at, you know. And this is where I will take a little bit more time to sort of just flesh out my understanding of what's happening here. So it's starting to come together, but it is very sketchy at this point. And I've started to incorporate a little bit more of the blues, the cool colors, because raw umber is a very warm, dark, and blue can kind of cool things down. It's an overcast day today, so you see a little bit of the sky through the trees. Obviously, I haven't gone into much detail yet. Still going to be using this for some of the larger shapes of color, and then I'm going to bring in a smaller brush. There's a bird out over there. It's pretty cool. Smaller brush, work on a little more detail. I'm going to fall over too. Alright, so I've been working here for probably, I don't even know what, probably maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And you can see it's very roughed in, but I've got my basic colors. I'm trying to paint what I see, right? And so it ends up being a bit of a jigsaw puzzle at this point. So now I'm going to get another brush, or I might clean this brush, and I'm going to introduce some more highlights, because right now it's very, it's almost like it's a little bit muddy, and so I want to get some cleaner colors in certain areas. I'm okay with it being relatively muddy because I think it actually accentuates the sort of naturalness of it. But I want to get some of these little details in the water. I want to get sort of that carved out a little bit better. I want to get some of these, this brush that's kind of coming up, dried brush and stuff. And then I want to get these trees a little bit more chiseled in there. So that's going to be my goal. We'll see how I do. Alright, so I think that is going to just about do it for this painting. So I'm pretty happy with it. We'll get some better shots of it, and we'll see what you guys think. There were some challenges with this one. Mostly the light changed pretty drastically over the course of my painting. It was, I didn't come out here in the morning. I came in, well, it was late morning. It was before noon, but then right around, I guess, noon or so, maybe 12:30, there's a bird making some chirping noises. The sun came out, made it a little harder to make the light consistent because the clouds kept coming out and then covering and stuff. But it was mostly just got lighter, and so I just had to kind of adapt to that. I think that overall it looks a little muddier than what I was hoping for. I probably could have incorporated a little bit more burnt sienna and a little bit more vibrant blues in some areas. But overall I am pretty happy with it. I think one of the challenges I faced was that I'm kind of right up next to a ditch here, and so I couldn't back up for my painting. That's one of the things you want to do as an artist, is when you're painting you want to get a good view of what you're working on. Another thing I could have done is really gotten to know what my subject was a little bit longer before I started diving in. Just kind of getting some of the shapes, getting some of the proportions a little bit more correct. I dove in a little bit too fast, I think. But those are some of the challenges you kind of face when you're doing outdoor painting like this, and especially when you're doing it all at once. I think I might go back into this a little bit later. I'll take this painting back home and I'll just add some elements, because one of the things you also do get to get the advantage of when you're plein air painting is that you get to know your subject pretty well. Like I've been out here staring at the same thing for about an hour and a half or 2 hours or so, and it's just it's kind of ingrained in my memory, right? A couple things I also learned as I was painting this was kind of how to negotiate areas of the background and areas that you don't want to emphasize too much in ways in which you are you're not inventing, you're just sort of making things a little more clear, right? So in some ways you are doing artistic license, and you're saying, okay, well, how can I simplify this shape? How can I simplify what's happening in this area so that it's not taking all the focus, so it's not confusing things? So overall, though, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, you know, like any painting like this, when you're painting outdoors, when you get up real close to it, it looks like kind of a mess. But when you back up away from it, it kind of all comes together. So hopefully that's the case. We're going to see if next time I come out here I can get a little bit better footing in a different area, right? So thank you for watching, and you can get this print right now on my website, adamkenneyart.com. The link is in the description. I have some, I mean, if you want this painting itself, you can let me know, but I have some prints for sale there. So hopefully you like this, and hopefully you enjoy watching this video, and hopefully it's giving you some inspiration for something you might want to do. So thanks a lot for watching.